Welcome to Aging Insights. I'm Melissa Chalker, Program Manager of the New Jersey Foundation for Aging. Aging Insights is produced by the New Jersey Foundation for Aging to provide information and resources to boomers, seniors, and caregivers. Today we thought we would touch on the role of equipment in our lives. Many of us have gadgets like cell phones, computers, maybe even your favorite kitchen appliance. But did you know that there are many pieces of equipment out there designed to help you maintain your independence and mobility even if everyday tasks become difficult? Well, today we have several guests with us to talk about the different ways equipment can be used in our lives. Our guests are Curtis Edmonds of the Disability Rights New Jersey organization, who will tell us about a few adaptive equipment items that can make everyday tasks easier, and has even brought a few of them along to demonstrate for us. We'll also hear from Mary Kearns Kaplan of the Talking Book and Braille Center, part of the New Jersey State Library Center. Mary is going to show us a digital audiobook player. She'll explain to us what it is, how it works, and where to get it. Finally, we'll talk to Jerry LaPlaca from Your Resource. Jerry will tell us what Your Resource is and about some of the equipment you can get there or items that can be donated to them as well. Thank you all for joining us today. We're very glad to have you. Curtis, as I just said, there are some items out there that really can be useful to people in their homes to help them do tasks that they might be starting to have difficulty with. So why don't we start off with this device you have in your hand here, this grabber. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. This is a reacher. It is a very common item. It can be used by people to get things off of high shelves. A lot of times they're used by people who use wheelchairs for mobility because a lot of times if you're in a wheelchair you're a lot lower, closer to the ground. The world is not really set up for people in wheelchairs, and so you need to be able to reach things that are above your head. The red handle here, just squeeze that and it will squeeze the it's really simple. The reason I like this particular model is it does a couple of things that most reachers don't do. For one thing, it will allow you to rotate.
Oh, look at that. So an item that might be in a different position or something, you can rotate it to make it easier to grab that item.
Exactly. And like most of the time what you do, if you had a good range of motion in your wrist, it really wouldn't matter. But if you don't have that, it will turn to pretty much any angle that you want to, and you can reach it and get it as you need it.
Great.
The other nice thing about this one is it has a magnet here in the bottom, so you can pick things up off the floor that are metal. It makes it a little bit
and you would do
easier
that with the opposite end.
Right, exactly. You just grab that end and reach down.
And reach down, and if you have a penny or something on the...
It may work on my fork here, I don't know. And that's a little heavy, so it doesn't work.
It won't work on that necessarily, but we get the point.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, that is really an interesting item that definitely could be useful to someone, as you said, who's in a wheelchair or maybe just has some, gripping or dexterity issues as well, correct?
Yes.
Great. And so also with you, you've got some other interesting items that you would like to share with us. I see you have a magnifier there.
Sure. This is a magnifier. It is a 3.5x magnifier. It means it makes things appear 3.5 times larger than normally they would. The two things that I like about this, because there are a lot of magnifiers out there, and you've got a lot of different choices, is first of all is that it's angled. Most of the time you think about magnifiers, you think that they are set into the handle with a big round thing, and you can find a lot of those like that. This is angled a little bit, so if you're reading a book, you can actually hold your wrist in a more comfortable angle and read it this way. You can read it this way. You can hold it to where it's going to make the most sense for you.
Right.
The other thing about this one is that it's got a light, and I'll turn that on real quick.
Oh, okay.
This helps with visibility to anything that you're reading. And this actually has an LED light. It's not just a standard light bulb. This is a much more modern bulb. It's going to last a lot longer, and it's going to be more efficient, so you won't have to change batteries as often. Right. So really like this particular model.
That is very, very helpful. And I think you've also got two other items here. You've got what looks to be like a little alarm clock of some sort. Can we take a look at that one?
Sure. There are a lot of different types of clocks that are available for people with different kinds of disabilities. I like this one because it's kind of cross disability. The first thing you'll notice is that the numbers are very large. The screen is very large. It's a lot easier to read. You can read this one really across the room.
Sure.
And the other thing is that it is actually actually a talking clock. And there are a lot of talking clocks too, and they're made for people who have visual impairments. This particular model is not only a talking clock, it's actually a voice-activated talking clock. And what you can do is, I will just hit the screen here real quick. And it's not going to work.
Welcome. Command, please.
Temperature.
The temperature is 73 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right, and that's pretty much how it works. There are a number of different commands that you can do.
Okay.
Command, please.
Alarm sound.
To choose an alarm sound, say alarm 1, alarm 2, or alarm 3.
Alarm 3. And so when you wake up in the morning and you set your alarm, it's going to choose that particular sound.
Right.
And then you can, when the alarm comes on, you can actually just speak to it and it will turn off.
Okay, so if to activate the voice commands, you've touched the screen and then you can tell it what you want it to do.
Actually, you don't really even need to do that.
Okay.
If it's plugged in, and this one is not plugged in at the moment because we're demonstrating it. If you're plugged in, you can just actually say, and this the name of this particular one is a Moshi.
Okay.
You say, hello, Moshi. And then it will ask you for the command. You don't even have to.
So it's, if someone had an issue where for some reason or other they couldn't physically touch the screen, they could just talk to it as long as it was plugged in correctly.
Right, exactly.
And then they would be able to do that. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, that is definitely an interesting item as well, something that I've never seen before. And something that some other people may not have ever seen or heard of before or know what the purpose of is this built-up utensil you have. The one you have to show us is a fork, but I understand you can get a spoon, a knife, anything in a similar design?
Right. I just didn't want to get the knife because I didn't want to get it to actually cut myself on it. So I got the fork. It was a little bit safer. There are a lot of different kinds of these utensils. In fact, there's a line of them. OXO, the good grips one, that are, you have whisks, you have just different types of kitchen utensils. This is more just a fork. It's got a plastic base on it, and this cost about $10. It's not all that expensive. It's dishwasher safe, which is good.
That is good.
The thing I like about this one, as opposed to a lot of the other ones out there in the market, is the end here has a little hole in it. And what you would do there is you would tie a cord through the hole and you would tie it to a wrist strap.
Okay.
And so if you don't have the ability to grip it, or you think you might lose it, instead of it falling on the floor, it just goes down your wrist strap. You can retrieve it, makes it a lot easier.
So can you explain to everyone what reason someone might need a built-up utensil?
Well, a lot of times you would have people with arthritis would want to use this who aren't able to grip as well. You'll have some people who have missing digits, and it makes it a little bit easier to grip if you don't really have that. Or who have tremors is another big category. And these are all things that can happen to us as we age. And so instead of having just a regular fork, use something that, and this looks nice. I mean, this is not, you can get ones that are really ugly, but this one looks nice, and it's if it helps you eat better, then why not use something like this?
Exactly. Well, you've shown us some really interesting things, and one thing that I'd like to touch on then is how can people obtain these things? You know, do you need prescriptions? You know, is there you know, any type of particular way in which you would recommend that people obtain items if they think they need them?
I bought all these devices on a website called independentliving.com.
Okay.
There are a lot of different vendors out there. There's an outfit called Maxi Aids that will sell you a lot of this. You can buy a lot of it on Amazon. There are a lot of different internet resources that are available to order this. You don't need a prescription for any of this. And everything that I have, there's not anything that I've shown that's over $40.
Right.
So it's all really, really inexpensive.
Great. And so one of the things that you do for disability rights is to go around and kind of demonstrate these items and educate people about them. Can you tell us a little bit more about what Disability Rights New Jersey does?
Sure. Disability Rights New Jersey is the protection advocacy agency for New Jersey. We used to be known as New Jersey Protection and Advocacy.
Okay.
We provide legal and advocacy services for people with disabilities for free. We never charge. We provide assistance for people who are in psychiatric hospitals or state developmental centers. We provide help for people in special education. We provide people with help who are in the vocational rehabilitation system. And just anyone who feels that their rights have been violated can contact us. us, go to our website, find out how to call us, and we can try to either provide advocacy services, legal services when they're needed, or information or referral. We provide training services as well and technical assistance. We also have the State Assistive Technology Project, which is the project that I work for. We provide demonstration services. We provide loan services, so people can borrow devices like this. And we also fund other programs that provide recycling, and Jerry can tell you a little bit more about that.
Right, yeah, we'll talk about recycling equipment a little bit later. But one of the things that intrigued me was your loan program, and so, you know, is there any criteria for that in terms of someone who needs to borrow equipment, or, I mean, is there a length of period of time that they can have it for? How does that exactly work?
We work with a couple of different subcontractors. They have different policies. And we can put you in touch with them. And if there's a specific item that you need for a specific time period, they're generally pretty flexible.
Great. And at the end of the show, we'll let viewers know how they can reach you to find out more about some of those things or anything else you've mentioned that might be of interest to them. Before we move on, is there any other equipment that maybe you didn't bring with you, or other things about disability rights that you'd like to highlight?
There are a lot of really high-tech applications. I didn't really want to bring those because when people think about assistive technology, generally the focus is on computers, and there's really a lot more different types of devices out there. But if you use an iPhone or an iPad, there are a lot of apps that are disability friendly. There's an app that's run by the Treasury that lets you identify what denomination a bill is, which is very helpful if you've got a visual impairment. There are different magnifying apps that are out there. So you put your iPad over the device, the camera looks at it and magnifies it for you. That can be very helpful. And there's also a lot of apps that help with communication that let you use your iPad as your voice. And there are, you know, a ton of different other programs and devices that will let you do that. And those can be really helpful if you've had a stroke or if you've had some sort of problem that impacts your ability to communicate.
Great. Well, thank you very much for all of that information, Curtis, and we're really glad that you were able to join us today. So Curtis just showed us some really interesting things that help the visually impaired as well as others. But we have another guest with us here today, Mary, from the Talking Book and Braille Center, who has a device also for the visually impaired or otherwise disabled who might have difficulty in reading. First, Mary, could you tell us a little bit about the Talking Book and Braille Center?
The New Jersey State Library Talking Book and Braille Center is a public library in New Jersey for residents of all ages whose ability to read has been affected by a vision impairment or a physical impairment or a reading disability. So anyone who has difficulty reading standard print or holding a book in their hands or turning the pages of a book may be eligible for our services. And an individual needs to complete an application and have it certified, and they will receive our services. We are a regional library of the National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, which is a division of the Library of Congress. So we provide services to New Jersey residents on their behalf.
Wonderful. And so the application that's available on your website by calling the office?
Absolutely.
Like that? Okay.
You can call our toll-free number or you can visit our website and download an application.
Wonderful. And so you've got this really extremely unique device with you that you wanted to bring in and share with us, and we're so thrilled that you did. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is you have there?
Thank you so much. Yes, this is the digital talking book player that is produced by the Library of Congress and is available on a no-cost, long-term loan basis to people who are eligible for our services. And the beauty of this player, I mean, for some of us living in the world of Nooks and Kindles and iPads, this may look big and clunky, but those devices are not accessible to everyone. So this device is designed specifically to meet the needs of those we serve. And the beauty of it is that it has large buttons, and each button has a Braille label for Braille readers, and each button speaks to you.
Player on. Press any button to learn about its function. Battery, volume up, volume up. Volume up. To increase the volume by one step, press the volume up button. There are.
So you can never really make a mistake with this player. It's very simple. If you hit the wrong button, it's going to speak to you and you're going to know which button you have.
Right.
If you're vision impaired, you can easily learn your way around the player because the handle's in the front, the power cord's in the back. And it has a rechargeable battery. The power cord is built into the machine, so you'll never lose it.
Right.
And it has about 30 hours of battery life. And you can take it with you wherever you need to take it with you.
It's very interesting. And so you mentioned, that people can get it through your organization for no cost if they qualify for your services.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit about how they might obtain books for the device?
Yes, there are 2 ways that you listen to books. You're going to receive your books in these blue plastic cartridges. Excuse me, it's very sensitive.
Yes.
So this is one digital book is in this plastic container. It's going to have your address on the front on this label.
And this would come mailed to you from the
Mailed
state
to you in the post office, mail. It is, there's no cost for postage because it's mailed as free matter for the blind and handicapped.
Oh, okay.
Everything shipped between our library and the people we serve ships postage free.
Interesting.
So this will have your address label on the front. When you're ready to return it, you're just going to turn it over. It has our return address on it. And you just pop it right back in the mail.
Wonderful.
So all you need to do is snap open the cartridge. And this is a digital book. And it is very easy to use. It has a finger hole that you can hold on to the end, and it's the other end that you would insert into the machine. It also has large print and braille on the top for braille readers.
So you know what it is.
Dewey's 9 Lives, the legacy of the small-town library cat who inspired millions.
Current.
So each book is professionally recorded for the National Library Service, so the voices are very clear. You can customize the player so the book is going to read at a volume, at a speed, and at a tone of voice that works for you, because some people hear better at higher or lower tones.
Sure.
So that's another really nice feature of the device.
So these digital books are designed specially for this device.
Especially for this player.
And you can get them mainly through the library system?
Only through the Talking Book and Braille
And
Center,
how would someone be able to look at the selection? Do they have to come in? Do they have to go online?
We have an online catalog, and once you subscribe to us, you're going to receive a publication every 2 months from the National Library Service called Talking Book Topics.
Okay.
And it's going to tell you all of the new digital books that are available.
Wonderful.
So one way you can listen is on this cartridge. And you're also going to be able to download books to a flash drive, which you can insert right into the player here on the side of the machine.
Right.
And there's also a port for headphones. This is a 4 gigabyte flash drive. I have barely even filled the capacity, and I have 22 full-text books and magazines on here.
So other than books, also magazines are available through the system for the
Yes,
reader?
through BARD. BARD is the online website where you can download the books from the National Library Service.
Wow.
And so if, it's a very popular book like The Help was, all the cartridges went out. Like in any library, everyone wants to read The Help. Well, you can register for BARD and you can download it immediately to a flash drive.
Wow. So there is quite a selection available then of not only older books but also new releases and things. So someone who's using this reader isn't missing out on all the hot books that everyone's talking about.
Absolutely not. No. And BARD has about 25,000 digital books and 42 magazines that you can select from at this time. And they're constantly adding new books. Another popular one is Betty White's new autobiography, and that can be downloaded from BARD.
Wow, that's good to know.
And Steve Jobs' biography is also available.
Great.
Just a couple of examples.
Would you be able to tell us a little bit about the criteria for someone who might be interested in applying and wants to know if they might meet the criteria?
Of course. In the visual category, it's very broad. It's basically anyone who has difficulty reading standard print, even with corrective glasses. So it can be people with glaucoma and macular degeneration. And then to the very end of that category, very low vision and blindness would also qualify you. In the physical impairment category, it's anyone who has difficulty holding a book or turning the pages of a book. So that can be anyone with arthritis, anyone with any kind of muscle or nerve weakness in their arms, to people with MS, cerebral palsy, etc.
Sure.
And then your application has to be certified. In the reading disability category, only a physician or an osteopath can certify your application. In the vision and physical impairment category, it's a large group of people that can certify. Social workers, nurses, physical therapists.
So a professional who's seen the person and can verify that they do have this condition that prevents them from being
Exactly.
able to read.
Exactly.
Great.
Yes.
That's really wonderful, and we, at the end of the show, will share information with our viewers as to how they can get in touch with the Talking Book and Braille Center and find out more and ask
great.
additional questions if they have them
Yes.
about the device. So thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Today. And that takes us then to Jerry. Jerry LaPlaca is from Your Resource, which is a unique organization. And can you tell us a little bit about that, Jerry?
Your Resource is a nonprofit organization. We've been in business a little over 6 years. We were organized originally because I have a background in healthcare, and I found that way too much home medical equipment was being thrown in the trash and taken to the landfill. When so many people needed it, it seemed like something needed to be created to redirect perfectly good items from being thrown away.
Great. So you've done that with Your Resource. And
that's what we have done. We've set up a donation center where people can donate anything no longer needed, no longer wanted, on the line of equipment, being hospital beds, patient lifts, wheelchairs, walkers, canes, crutches, bath items, shower chairs, commodes, even commodes. Everything can be sanitized. And we also take unopened medical supplies, although no medications of any sorts, but gloves, gauze, tubing, undergarments, bed pads, that kind of thing.
As long as they're packaged in a way that you
Correct.
know they've not been used or and you mentioned sanitizing, and so all of the equipment that comes to you can be refurbished and cleaned so that it can go to a new home. Is that correct?
When it's donated to us, we have staff that will triage it, look it over, make sure it is refurbishable. And for the 75% that we get donated that is, we clean and repair all the items to make sure that they are functioning properly, they're safe, and ready to go with the next owner. And then things are tagged, and we do price things at very affordable rates, and then move things into our showroom so people can come and look around for what they need.
Great. And so people who come in can call and say, I need X item, and come down to the location and take a look at what you have and purchase it at a low price.
We are open Tuesday through Friday and Saturdays, and there's no appointments needed. We're a showroom. People can just drop in. Anyone can come. No prescriptions required, and they can just shop around, bring their prescription. We'll try to help them find what they need, and yes, and then choose the device that they need.
Great. And you have some community partners that help you with this work. Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Goodwill Industries?
Yes, very exciting. At the end of last year, after a lot of thought was given to how we wanted to proceed going forward, because there is such a high need, we did merge with Goodwill Industries of South Jersey and Philadelphia. So what that means now is Your Resource is a division of this Goodwill region, and it opens up the opportunities for people in Central and South Jersey and Philadelphia to donate equipment to any Goodwill store, which is really fantastic. So that will enable us to get more equipment in, keep it on the shelves, and get it out to people who really need it. Right now, Your Resource in Ewing is the only location that will make items available. We hope there will be a new store, another store in the next year.
We did fail to mention that Your Resource is located in Ewing, New Jersey, and so with the help of Goodwill, you'll hopefully be expanding, at this point expanding where people can donate items, but hopefully in the near future expanding where people can also come and get receive items as well.
Yes, absolutely. And they can look on our website too to see if we have something that they need. A lot of folks do that.
And one of your other community partners is here with us at the present moment. Your Curtis Disability Rights New Jersey is a partner. You work a little bit with them. Can you just briefly tell us a little bit about what your relationship with Disability Rights is?
Yes, Curtis mentioned before that Disability Rights has several subcontractors, and we are one of them. And we help to oversee the Back in Action program that Disability Rights offers on their website. It's an exchange, it's an online virtual exchange program, so people in New Jersey can list items, home medical equipment that they either want to sell or give away for free, and then people who are looking for items can go on there and see if there's something that they need. So we oversee that and make sure that everyone who wants to list items are getting posted, and when things are exchanged in some way, then we take them down and try to keep it you know, up to date.
Up to date.
In a timely way, yeah. And I will say that 3 out of the 4 items that Curtis showed us before are things that actually have been donated to us multiple
wonderful.
times. So, you know, these items are out there in the community.
So fear not, they are available anyway.
In other ways.
Even through your resource,
That's
if
right.
you're in the area and can get there. That's wonderful.
That's right.
And so you have some materials you wanted to share
yes.
with us in terms of some outreach that you do, is that right?
Yes, I just wanted to let people know that if they are in a senior center, Office on Aging, your community grocery store, library, wherever. We have great flyers that are in English and in Spanish, so
Wonderful.
people can call our office, they can get them when they come in, and it is a way to let people know that equipment is available. They've been really great advertising mechanisms for us.
Is there any shout out you want to give to the audience in terms of items that you might be in need of at your resource?
We are always in need of wheelchairs.
Wheelchairs.
And items for the bathroom. And the reason for wheelchairs is everybody's trying to transport somebody from point A to point B these days. And people need lightweight chairs because they have trouble picking them up and putting them in their cars. So we never can have enough wheelchairs. And the item is bath items that go in the bathtub. Reason being, Medicare pays for nothing in the bathroom. So people are always looking for a shower chair or a tub chair so that they can safely maneuver in their bathroom. And those items fly off our shelves because everyone's looking for a low-cost option so that they can be comfortable for their bathing needs.
Wonderful.
So.
Wonderful. And again, just like everyone else, at the end of the show, there'll be information available how our audience can contact you for more information. Thank you all for joining us today. We want to remind you to find out about senior services in your area. Please contact your county office on aging or the Aging and Disabled Resources Connection. You will see a listing of their numbers on our website, or you may call the state hotline number at 1-877-222-3737. You'll see on your screen the contact information for the 3 organizations that joined us today: Disability Rights New Jersey, the Talking Book and Braille Center, and your resource. We appreciate you joining us for this edition of Aging Insights. Until next time, take care, and remember, aging is everyone's business.